better, it's just getting worse. They'll stick you up for all your...
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Rants and podcast with Daryl Smith Jr.
Shayla.
And Bree Parker.
And welcome back, y'all. How y'all feeling?
Oh, man, living a dream. How y'all feeling?
I'm good. I'm great.
I feel empty.
Empty?
Oh, sheesh.
Literally, like, I feel empty.
Like
I
your
puked
bladder's empty?
so much
Okay, here we go.
last night, and yeah.
Hold on, pooped or puke?
Puke.
And what induced this
Puke.
this vomit?
Cheap liquor.
Oh man.
I mean, it
What
was
were you drinking?
honestly
The worst
a
type.
series. Why? You know what the fuck I was
I know.
doing.
I need you to tell
Nigga.
us what you were drinking so we can both ridicule you now. This is a group effort. Get it.
Hate you, dog. It was Christian Brothers.
Oh wow.
Peach.
Yo, a veteran
You
in the
paid for
drinking
it, or
game.
somebody gave it to
I
you?
paid for
Okay.
it.
Okay.
You know, so she was drinking.
Don't just say
she was
like
drinking one
you
of her.
weren't drinking it.
I was drinking it. But it was
Drinking
so.
You didn't pay for it. I'll
So
drink
I
it. Then.
said, right. So I was like, this was the only brown liquor. I'm not like a white liquor girl. I could have just not drank.
Yeah,
It's always an
that's
option.
So that was one of my bad decisions. I wasn't drinking water. That was another bad decision. My cousin had this like Alfredo that was so delicious, but the cream was super heavy in it. So eating
So you're
that while I
drunk
was
eating
drinking.
Christian Brothers.
That was
drinking
another bad decision.
heavy cream on the stomach.
Heavy cream on my
Right, what's
stomach.
happening?
Oh God.
It was, and then I had, I'm just thinking
Can
about
you
all
talk?
this stuff. I had like a gas bubble. It started like up here earlier in the week, and then it was like just migrating through my digestive system. So it was like really low. And I'm thinking maybe that like blocked some shit. So that was just another part of me. I haven't puked from drinking, and I've drank some fucked up shit in my day, but I haven't puked from drinking in like 6 or 7 years. I've like maybe been blackout drunk, never puked though.
Wow.
So it was sad.
That's
It
interesting.
was sad.
You remember the last time you gave it up, Ray?
It's been a couple of years, probably about 2 years for me.
Oh shit.
I thought, when I thought I was going to give it up? I thought I was going to give it up the night we went to the Sixers game, me, you, Leaf, and Paul.
Oh yeah.
And because we was drinking beers all that night. And usually it's just like Henny shots for me. Like, it's simple. Like, I'm drinking one thing and I'll have one
You
or
definitely
two
mixed it
beers.
up, though.
But we went from bar to bar just crushing beers. We did have Henny shots that night. But I do remember getting back home and I'm like, yo, why do I feel like I'm about to give it to God? And I remember we went to Chickies and Pete's and Leaf ordered a round of drinks. So I'm like, no, I'm not drinking that shit. Like, everybody I looked at that shit like, I'm not drinking no more. Like, I'm already fucked up. And I thought I was going to give it up that night. I literally went to sleep with the trash can beside my bed. And sure enough, I didn't give it up. But I woke up the next day feeling like shit. So I haven't given it up in a minute, but I do know my limits. And that's why I be ashamed of myself. Like, it's too late in the game for me to be getting drunk. And Christian Brothers definitely is like a fuck no. Like, I would have just drank water that night and been a bougie one. Everybody looking, oh, you too good for yup.
Yes, I am.
Taylor's Port, yup. Mad Dog 2020, yup. All that bottom shelf shit,
Right.
yup. I'm sorry. E&J, nope. I used to drink
Oh, we
E&J
used to
like
drink
water.
E&J
Water.
all the time.
I smell E&J and get sick now. Like, literally. I know the hangover.
For me, it's been 7 years. I can still remember my last time.
7, you want a long ass time.
Yeah.
What happened? When was the last time? I'm trying to think. Was it?
I was hooking up with some girl, and I was fucked. I was just fucked up. After I fucked her, I remember it so clear. I rolled over on her bed, just gave it all to God. Just threw it all up, rolled back over, went back to sleep. Woke up in the morning. I think I even woke up. We either woke up at the same time, or I woke up right before or right after her. And I had already known what I did. And I was like, yes, and I threw up. I cleaned it up. That's what it was. But I remember being so fucked up. I remember being like, I'm putting in your ass tonight. And with no hesitation, I just tried to put it in her ass. And you know, it's got to be some type of build-up. To
You can't just do that.
I ain't gonna lie. Alcohol had
But
me
it's
feeling.
absolutely what
That's
I
called
went
alcohol
for.
courage.
Oh,
You going for
She was
anything.
like, wait. I'm like, no, wait. I'm not waiting. Come on. I remember it so clear. She was
Being
like, no,
fucked
you're
up.
not
I
ready.
might
I'm
have
not
kicked
ready.
you the fuck out. Like, you not
she
just
was
going.
staying for that day. But
No,
yeah.
sir.
No, I didn't fuck her in the ass. I went for it though. She definitely felt tip probably penetrated for sure.
Oh,
For
God.
sure.
Well, thankfully, he doesn't get blackout drunk no more than rape ass.
The thing about last night, I wasn't even
It was
like,
all consensual.
it wasn't the drunkest I could have been.
I
Like,
know, it was
wasn't,
the
it
Christian
just
brothers.
Christian
It
brothers.
was 100% the Christian brothers.
It
I
was-
know it's not how
I
much
was
you drank, it's
fully
what you drink.
cognizant. It was just like, oh God. I was like, somebody called me, a guy I'm talking to called me, and he's like on the phone. I said, I'm about to fucking throw up. He's like,
Yeah.
you want me to call you back? I was like, yeah, but he never hung up. So I'm like puking.
He
I'm
sat
like,
there and listened.
it
First off,
was the worst.
you making that noise just now flipped me out. I would've
It
definitely
was
hung
like
up.
literally 20 minutes. I could not, so I like puking. I'm like, all right, I'm good. I go to wash my face. I'm like, nope. And it was like The Exorcist. Literally, the shit is just
Oh, man.
spewing out. It was the worst.
Yeah, that shit ain't no good.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, not for me.
Yeah, so at this juncture in our
Vomiting
lives,
I really don't like
sucks.
to throw up.
It's the
Yeah,
worst.
really
But when you
like
got
it.
to just do it, because it feels so much better when
after
you're
it's
done.
over. But yeah, it's the worst.
It's the worst, dog. And then
Last
you
time
have
I threw
that
up, I felt like my
grit
organs
on your
was coming
throat
out.
for so long
Like, you feel like-
afterwards.
Right.
That should be
feel about
your-
Yeah, everything is just, you just
I
feel
didn't
like,
it would have been probably a year ago. I was sick, throwing up.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I feel like a child. I feel so
Yeah.
helpless.
and you are. Because you can't stop it. You
Yeah, it's
like,
just like,
and then you dry heaving after it's all out. You have nothing
I
else
don't
to
like
let
it.
go.
I
But she's
don't.
like,
I get the tobacco chills, like if you smoke a cigar, and that shit happened to me the day of Paul baby shower. We sitting there smoking cigars and shit. I was cool, but then when I got home, that shit just hit me. Like I got the cold sweats and dizzy spells. I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on? Like I didn't drink that much there. Like I probably had 2 drinks. Yeah, I gave it to God that day, and I felt better immediately afterwards. And that reminded me of when I first chewed tobacco. I chewed the Indian tobacco at work. One day with my supervisor.
man.
Yeah, I tried a lot of shit, and I chewed tobacco for the first time, and this motherfucker.
It's disgusting though.
Doesn't
Right? It
sound
tastes
like-
nasty,
like,
right?
It tastes like licorice. It was called beetle nuts,
I
but it's
hate
basically
licorice.
Indian tobacco. And he gave me a sack, so I'm sitting there at work. He's like, give you a little buzz, whatever. I was like 17.
Numb your mouth?
Huh?
Numbs your mouth?
It numbs your gums.
Yeah, I
They
think
give
I'm
you a
saying
little
everything that somebody has said to me
Yeah.
before. I've never went
So
with that
I
shit.
tried it out. He's like, just keep spitting. Next thing I know, I'm in cold sweats. I go to the bathroom. I'm throwing the fuck up. I'm at work, mind you. I come back. He's like, all right, you think you continue work? No, motherfucker. I just told you I'm sick as shit. Like, I'm going home, fam. It's just like, you gave me that shit. Like, you should have told me.
right.
I might get sick off that. Because I didn't know you could get sick off tobacco. Like,
Sure.
chewing tobacco.
Tell
Back
me,
then.
you know, what's your first times, what you can expect.
Yeah, nah, it was no good. That's why I don't really smoke cigars all the time. Because it just be like, I don't know what it's going to do to me. Let me tell you.
I don't inhale a cigar. Swish it around like it's champagne.
It's
I might take a little drag. I'll probably take a little drag, but for the most part, I'm not inhaling all that. It's just too much tobacco.
too much on you.
You're not supposed to, right?
No, you don't take it to the chest.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're not even supposed to take black and miles to the chest, but I used to take a black and mile right to
We
the
used to smoke
chest.
black
Oh,
mouth like weed.
right to the motherfucking chest.
Remember freaking the black and mild when you take
I'm
the.
gonna take off the cancer.
We was
Shut
so
the fuck
dumb.
up. Like, what are you
We was
talking
so
about?
dumb.
Hey, man, whatever works.
It felt better.
Mm-hmm.
It's smoother. It just wasted a whole 20 minutes of your life.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah.
What we talking about today, y'all? You want to follow up on
Growing
Jussie
up,
Smollett?
that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, follow up. New development. Doo-doo. Chicago police making arrests. 2 arrests this week, but let's first focus on the first.
Shay, Ray, anything to say? Because frankly, me and Paul were talking a little bit earlier on the group chat y'all didn't participate in. And he was, I don't know if he was saying, I don't know what position he was taking.
I didn't read it.
I don't know if he was
I read
saying
it.
we should support him because he's black, or if he was saying something different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't get it. I read it, so I don't get it.
Yeah,
I didn't
really
get his
sure.
angle fully either.
For me, I'm clear.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I am not here for the clout chasing, for the victimization thing. I'm not here for none of that. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what gender, sex. I don't care how you want to identify. I'm not here for that shit. So for me, I'm not here for Jussie Smollett, Jussie Lion, Jussie whatever you want to call him. I don't respect it. I don't like it, so I don't respect it. And I would definitely be here if he decides he wants to redeem himself.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I'm not here for it. It's nonsense. And then I do think it sets people back.
Yeah.
I think it sets the culture back. I think it sets
First
the
of
whole. It gives people people will take the one outlier and say, yeah, all this hate crime shit is all shadow, it's all fake, it's all bullshit. We know it's really not, but a person will take that and run with it. Just like one woman falsely says she was raped. And see, look, we got a whole slew of people who.
Mm-hmm.
We got one example out of millions.
Right, and so it's like, I think he hurts everybody, really.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. I don't think I'm here for standing behind him merely because he's black. Also, it was stupid. He went about it in a stupid way. When you think about now with all the things coming out, he allegedly wrote a check to these men. What the fuck were you thinking?
For them to be able to draw that timeline, it's like, come on.
It was stupid. It was just dumb. So you got to deal with your stupid decisions. I can't. It's void of color, dog. It was dumb. I'm not standing behind you because you stupid, not because that's dumb.
Yeah, it's black and white.
Really, really clear cut.
You just don't support bullshit. You don't support no
Right.
dumb shit.
I'm not here for nonsense. I don't give a fuck who's doing it.
Yeah.
I'm
You
not
gotta be
here for
non-discriminatory.
it.
I mean, if he redeems himself, if he plays in a movie that I like, I mean, I won't not watch the movie.
I need to see action. I'm not going to boycott a movie.
Yeah, I don't feel I won't attack him. I just feel like, he did it more
I'm not here to support him.
Yeah.
I'm not here to validate him. I'm not here to speak light or positively to or about him.
Basically, fam, you hurting the movement.
And it's crazy because people were for him.
How much more
apparently
attention
his
do you want?
family came out and said he was forced to do this.
No, he said he was getting high.
Wait, what?
He said he has a drug problem.
Oh my God, he's hitting every button there is to hit off this motherfucker. I didn't even
I didn't hear that. Please say
I didn't need to hear that. Oh God.
My goodness. That can't be true. I mean, it definitely could be true.
But it's just it can't
Come
be.
on,
No.
player.
He said button, click it.
Next thing is gonna be it's gonna be something. It's just
something. He's just taking a rabbit hole. I would have much more respect.
Jussie Smollett claims he has an untreated drug problem.
Christ in heaven.
That's what he told the cops. He has an untreated drug problem.
Next he's going to say, somebody told me to do this. My publicist said we're going to do a thing. And it was going to give you clout. I don't...
Don't he know we arrest black people with drug problems? We don't find programming for them. So at the same time, bruh, still got to go to jail. He need to get his ass
Should he go to jail?
Yes.
What's
I'm
your
keeping that
position?
same energy. You remember what I said about people that make false accusations. There should be some repercussions behind that.
So he did file a police report.
A false police report.
Yeah, you did that.
There should be some repercussion behind
Had
it.
he not filed it, had the police decided to just investigate, then I wouldn't have this position. But once he filed a police report,
I'm glad I didn't jump out the
choice.
window and make a long post on social media and have these, long conversations about
what's so interesting? How
fully
quickly
emotionally
we flip on people.
I didn't emotionally invest
flip.
that's why we gotta be a little bit more patient.
Just fucking wait a
Wait for the
goddamn
facts.
minute.
Wait for the facts.
Hold up.
That's a great lesson. That's the good thing that comes out of this. People need to learn to wait for the facts.
Just at least a little bit. Like a
Just
couple
a little
weeks.
bit.
Just a little bit.
Fam, I think.
Because this shit really doesn't even concern you. You could have waited a goddamn minute.
And that's the
There
other
you go.
thing. That's the other thing. It's
There you
not
go.
urgent. is not important to your life, to you, you can wait a minute.
You could
Like,
wait.
I could wait. We were able to wait. We could
I
wait.
waited.
And I'm sure there's plenty of other commentators, plenty of other influencers, people who talk or whatever, podcasts, whatever, who are just like, I'll just wait. Like, you can wait.
You know who I got that
can
from?
wait.
Kobe. Remember when everybody was on the Trayvon Martin joint, and Kobe was the first person that said, "I'm just waiting to hear the facts," and everybody looked at him like, "What you mean facts?" Facts, fam. Like,
It's
facts
the
do
truth.
matter. I know it
That
sounds
is the
hard because we
details.
want to accept the narrative that he was a
God
victim, and when the facts did come out, we still looked at that that he was a victim in the same light. But still, it's just like certain people that are using logic and rationale instead of emotion need facts in order to support their
Let me
position.
process.
Right.
Let me.
T.I. said that
Create
about the
an
Chris Brown
understanding.
Rihanna situation, and everybody, he had to publicly apologize for
Yeah.
saying anything
Because people emotional.
other than, oh, I feel so bad for this girl. Like, he had to publicly apologize about it. It's
Look at the guy with a girl's ass.
I don't
Yep.
think a guy should
I
ever
said
whip
it.
a girl's ass.
So, because you just said that, and then this video I was watching popped up in my mind, and the video was basically.
Where did it pop up there?
And
This video popped up. Oh, okay,
we
cool.
gonna have that shit in the corner of the video pop up. We're just showing Daryl's thoughts.
no, it was basically when dudes hit back. It was just basically a compilation of chicks teeing off on a dude and then him hooking off, or maybe just hitting him once and him hooking off, or throwing, spitting, whatever, and him hitting her. And so now I wonder, based off, just taking my mind back to that Rihanna thing, because when you said that, for some reason, even though I still maintain my previous positions, but what if she gave him herpes, and what if she started hitting him first? When is it okay for a man to hit back? I'm definitely here for the restraining and removing yourself, but what if that's not necessarily what you're able to do?
Right.
When can a guy throw a punch back?
Throwing a punch back is different than whooping a girl's ass. I feel like they're not the same thing.
I think an ass whoop implies more than one hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you said when can a guy whoop a girl's ass? Never. Let's talk about it. I don't think he should ever whoop her ass because that means he just like flurried her with punches.
Right.
It's a different ball game.
He
If you're
teed the fuck
hitting
off.
somebody because they're aggressing on you and you kind of have no other options,
She had it coming.
she had it coming. But when is that okay? I feel like in that scenario when a woman tees off on you and you can't do anything else. This is the only thing you can do to get her away from you. Like, what are you going to do? Just call the cops and say, oh, I'm getting my ass whipped. Call the cops. Say you're getting your ass whipped by this lady, but also, just for
You know what?
record's sake,
I'm
also
gonna
hit
consult
her.
my homeboy on this. Let me call Bow Wow real quick and figure out what he did when he got his ass whipped by his
Well,
girl.
did you see the videos?
I saw the
He seemed
video.
to be a bit
He
more
looked
aggressive.
he looked like the aggressor in the elevator. I saw the elevator. I
I saw
didn't.
one where he's in a room and he's said I'll choke you, bitch, or something.
Oh yeah, I didn't see all that. Yeah, I think in defending myself, you catching this hook.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck. And if you hit my mom or my daughter or my girl in front of me, I'm sorry, you're not getting away with that shit. I'm
See,
teeing off. I'm talking about like
now,
a group of chicks trying to
You
jump my
have
girl.
watched
Okay, I was going to say.
videos where you've seen a guy fighting when his girl's getting beat up. And I don't know what your position is. My position has always been a little bit like, I don't know. But now that you put yourself in a situation,
Dog,
I put myself
I'm not
in a
gonna watch
situation.
them chicks whip my girl ass. It's
I
just
can't
not
watch.
Are you going to hit them or are you
I
just
can
going to
throw
like
back.
grab them by
So
the
here's
hair
how-
and
Depends.
like.
Depends.
Let's run the cycle.
Because they're aggressive.
I grab
So they
one
might swing on me.
by the
so
back
I'm
of her
fucking up.
shirt right, and I throw her back, throw this one back. Next thing you know, one's hitting me because she feels like I attacked her.
I'm whipping ass.
Now what?
I'm whipping
You
ass.
whipping ass.
It's not even a doubt.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Women, for me,
I can't see me just curling up getting beat up by a bunch of girls.
me either. what we need to I think what we need to understand.
I'm trying to process.
With
be honest with
what we
myself.
need to come to terms with as a society is that women hit hard too. Y'all not typically stronger than
You
men.
know some heavy-handed women.
I know personally some heavy-handed women. Like chicks hit hard, and if you hit me the right way, I'm sorry, you're not a woman no more. You're an opponent, and I'm gonna fuck you up. This is the bottom line.
We could say that
I've seen a chick knock out a guy.
Yikes.
That's what I'm saying.
The generalized stances should always be in defense.
Generalized stance is you never hit a woman first.
Okay. I'll get that. But in a situation where you're being aggressed on, it's a defensive reaction. It's
Absolutely.
it should never be
Just attack.
offensive. Like, I'm just gonna hit you.
That should never be an attack.
No.
But
Yeah, it's not. There's no excuse for that.
these double standards.
No,
What's
then
the
again,
hard line?
let me tell you what the hard line is. It would be hard for me not to hit a woman. Like if a woman put her hands on my mom, it would be hard for me not to attack her. It would take a lot out of me not to attack her.
I hope you muster it all inside you not to, though.
It would take a lot.
I can't even really imagine it.
Exactly. But these things happen.
Mm-hmm.
People are ignorant. And I just can't see.
For some reason, I picture myself throwing a woman.
I don't know, guys. I'm a girl.
Again, I don't
So one time, my dad was attacked, and I definitely rode. I didn't even stop to think, but I probably wouldn't even stop to think if it was my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Probably wouldn't. Damn.
Yeah.
But hopefully that never happens.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I pray that it never happens. But I don't think anybody should hit anybody. Let's just keep our hands to ourselves.
I agree with that 100%. Let's just keep our hands to ourselves, guys, so it wouldn't be something that we need to
resort to.
Yeah.
You don't need to keep your hands to yourself for me. Just tell me beforehand what you're trying to do, and we can definitely box. We can fight. I haven't fought in so long. I'm willing and able. I'm here. You know, I'm down. But other than that, yes, let's keep our hands to ourselves. I'm just saying, fighting is almost a turn on for me. So I'm not gonna act like I'm on this pacifist shit. I be trying so hard. Y'all see these bees? I be trying. But sometimes I wanna fuck something up.
And I'm opposite. I don't never want to fight. I just will.
See, you never liked getting hit. We've been down this road before. Me, I don't mind.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
You don't like getting hit, you just don't mind it.
I might
Is
like
it
it.
fuel?
I might like it.
As a means of like a
now, because now
it
it's
builds
on.
you, yeah.
Now it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
No, that's
now
So
I can
it's
fight
built
you.
to it. It's
Now
built
there's
to your
no.
Gave me excuse.
You can't say.
No,
I did
the
this
mentality
first.
is that it just cuts you on. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's just, but I don't see, like, there's rage behind it. It's like you get out of control when you're, like, that emotional. Like, you could probably get cut on to where as though you're still focused, you still can have a strategy. For me, it's like, nah, I'm trying to fuck you up by any means, meaning if the ladder is the closest thing to me, I'm hitting you with that shit, and then I'm putting kicks, hands, and feet, but it's not going to be no step back and put my hands up and box you regular. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just going to be hard for me to keep my composure after I got a good shot. And I watch niggas take good shots and keep their composure, and I commend them for that. But it's just like, nigga, I'm going to tackle you. Like, this fight just turned into a brawl real fast. This is not a boxing match.
Oh no, we're in the streets. This ain't no boxing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This ain't no boxing
That's
match.
what we talked about it
This
before.
is a brawl, nigga. I'm throwing you through something. Everything's happening.
throwing you through something.
I would like to
Whatever I
see
can
that
do.
though. I would really like to see grown men and kids just throw some gloves, just get it out, let it out. Knuckle up.
I mean, they used to.
When it's necessary.
Definitely when it's necessary, even when it's not necessary. I think the world would be a much better and safer place if everybody got their ass whipped at least once.
Oh yeah.
That shit will humble you.
Absolutely.
Some people are so afraid to get their ass whipped
Mhm.
that they go to another extreme. Some people
Right.
just so afraid.
Me and my homie
Once
had
you
a
really
conversation
just
about
get your
that.
ass whipped, like honestly for me, once I started doing the MMA and I started getting my ass whipped, I was like, okay, it's something to this. It's something to losing.
Right.
You learn from it. Back when I was just fighting in the street and I was just beating my chest because I had felt like I never lost a fight before, then you walk into a gym and you realize you don't know how to fucking fight. And niggas just watch you. You're like, oh shit. Humbling.
Yeah.
And you stop being so angry. And you stop being afraid to lose once you really get your ass whipped.
I feel that.
I never saw no embarrassment in losing a fight. I saw embarrassment in running from a fight.
I never wanted to lose.
Yeah, I never saw embarrassment in losing a fight. Because I used to get my ass whooped in the house every day.
Sure.
So it didn't really, I could get as mad as I wanted to. Niggas was twice my fucking size. Like, what I'm gonna do? That's where the rage come from, picking up baseball bats and shit like that. Like, all right, you might get whip my ass, nigga, but I'm gonna get a weapon. But it just, I think if you grew up in a society where, the era that we grew up in, where it's just like, you just had to fight. For us growing up, like you just had to fight. If you was the bitch, you was food. You on the table, niggas is picking with you, so you're gonna have to do something. And now it's just like these young boys, fight is not even an option for these little niggas. It's just more of a nigga. First chance I get, I'm popping you. That's it. I'm not fighting you.
As a teenager, I never really thought about shooting anybody I had beef with. I wanted to fight you. Shooting came into play for other type of things. It wasn't a beef. It was something more than a beef. But yeah, I think it's something to just letting kids fight. Not even just kids, adults. I think some grown-ass men just really need to knuckle up and let that shit out.
But that's when you realize who the bitches is. Because then niggas would... Like, we used to have this thing, right, in the project. It wasn't even a serious thing, but it was like Friday night fights. Like, all the old heads on the block, basically, they bring the gloves out, and the little niggas was the entertainment for the night. And, you know, you pick... You versus you. You know what I'm saying? We used to do that shit every Friday. And it didn't really, I wouldn't say it wouldn't resolve a lot of shit because we would still fight if shit went left, but we was able to get through and be friends at the end of the day. So it was just like, it was never personal. And at the end of the day, it was more of it'd be me and you. Just me versus you. You know what I'm saying? We know who got hands in the neighborhood. And it would be like King of the Hill. Who was beating everybody? Oh, won all his matches last week. Now you can fight against it. Oh, we got a new nigga in the neighborhood. Like, so it just, I think it stopped a lot of bullying. A little bit. Some niggas still was getting bullied. But at the same time, it just made niggas have to show and prove. Like, all right, you got all that mouth. We putting the gloves on Friday. And, you know what I mean? Then once the fucking, one of my old heads used to do Taekwondo back in the day, so he brought his little helmets to the joint. And after that shit was all the way left. Like, shit was just fun after that. You ain't really taking no punishment. So.
Bro, you can get knocked out with
but we was kids. It wasn't niggas knew how to throw punches. like, knew where to connect. I seen niggas get dropped a lot.
I'm sure you did. Yeah, I'm with that. And I would like to see something like that. But whatever. What else we got? We're going to talk about relationships. Love and marriage.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
We can talk about that too. Chicka wow wow.
Chicka wow wow. So, the question was posed to me about what your hard line is for how far you're willing to go to please your lover. Now, a lot of things come into play here, like how long have you been with this person, what they're asking of you, obviously. But the scenario, like a scenario that was given to me is, so you've been with a guy for a while and he says, hey, I want to clamp your nipples and shock you. Are you down? It's something I want to get into. Are you with it? What do you say? Like, what is your response going to be? And it's like, are you like, do you try it at least once because you don't know if you like it or not because you've never done it? Or are you like, fuck no, I would never do it? Or are you like, you know what? I'm in it for the long haul. We can do this as much as you want to do, babe. I'm down. You know, like what do you,
I'm not gonna
what are your hard stops?
The one thing, this is something I want to be into. You want to be into fucking electrocute me?
Yeah, like,
I don't want to
first clamping my nipples.
This sounds risky.
God damn.
It sounds very risky.
All right.
Yeah, I feel like I might.
So
yeah,
I have a nice
I don't think I can do
list.
Now thinking about things.
About things your partner might want to introduce to you sexually. I got this off of
I was
the
wondering
internet.
what the fuck you was writing.
Went off just random pages.
Annoying.
I know.
People's thoughts.
That was funny.
Butt plugs.
No.
What is a butt plug, really?
It's a plug.
It's a plug.
That
that
just
you
goes
put
in your butt?
Yes.
Yep.
And it just stays there or something?
Yes.
Yep.
It plugged
Just
your
like
ass.
that. Sound like that when it go in. Or when it comes out.
It's thick?
They come in all different shapes and sizes.
Yeah, it looked like
It'll
a cone.
be-
They got this one joint that looks like a cone.
Is it
Yeah,
one
it's
that's like the size of a thumb?
I'm 100% sure you can find one that looks like a thumb. But
That's-
they're usually
yeah. That's
Not
the
opposed
concept.
to it.
they're usually like a plug.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, I'm pretty sure you guys were anti that, but fine with that.
With a
Oh,
plug.
I know guys that's down
Yeah.
with the butt plug actually.
I'm fine with that.
I don't know those guys that's down with a butt plug openly.
It'll be just
Okay,
like-
okay,
they'll
okay.
use it
I've
like
seen that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Because
down
like
for
a-
that.
yeah,
Yep,
like a-
depending
like
on
a
the
spinning
size,
top.
could totally do that. Next,
Threesomes.
Of course I don't.
you know.
2 girls first on the table.
2 girls, not 2 guys. Oh, 2 guys too, just not with my girl.
I have aversions to it, but I'm not going to say that I'm fully against it.
What about with 2 guys?
I think that's fine. There's no passing the juices.
Passing of juices.
How do you avoid passing the juices?
What do you mean?
Yeah, what?
How do you avoid it
With 2 girls?
with 2 guys? Or 2 girls?
That guys come. Like, that's a different thing. But girls are juicy and it's like all the time. Like, girls are wet all the time. I told you guys my aversion to 2 girls.
I get that, but with the 2 guys, what juices are we even talking about?
Like, for women, I'm just talking about the fact that they're moist constantly. Always, they're lubricated. So
Yeah, I can get it
if
for
we're
women.
going back and forth and, like, we got to use condoms. And you got to switch the condom constantly. Now it's a task. And if you don't
It's
use
not a
condoms,
task. See, maybe I honestly, I've been thinking about this. And I think I may have soured you unintentionally.
No, I was sour prior to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so the condom thing,
Mhm.
you're not even a part
You're not
of it.
right. No, I get you. I remember you saying this. Like, I might be getting eaten out.
Yeah, you
while
should
you're
be
switching the
doing
condom.
something.
Yeah. Still just feel like at some point your vaginal secretions are going to intertwine with mine, and I'll get like a yeast infection or BV.
So,
That's just my thought process. It
So-
might just be a thing that's in my head.
What's your
you
name?
know?
What about foursomes?
obviously not for
2
her.
girls, 2 guys, 3 guys, 1 girl, 3 girls, 1 guy.
Still not a hard stop though. Like, I know that I have my aversions with threesomes, but it's not a hard stop for me. I'm willing to potentially explore it.
Come on.
I
think anything outside of.
Oh, I got a lot of shit.
All right, yeah.
Come on, let's go.
I'm about to say,
Come on.
I don't even want to answer
Sex
those.
with a stranger, a true stranger. Hey, you at the bar, you wanna fuck? Yeah, let's go to the bathroom.
With a condom.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Duh.
not opposed to it.
I know I advocate snake rapping, not only first.
Nothing like that.
Yeah.
Stranger danger.
Not a hard stop either.
Not a hard stop for me.
Yeah, I think I'll be with the shit out.
Yeah, me too. So,
Group sex orgy.
of course.
That's everybody's. Mixing and mingling.
This is what we do.
Not a hard stop. I said that softly because it's not the
No.
same. Not a hard stop.
And
Like
when I
a
say this is
stranger.
what we do, this is things we've done.
Your partner says, I want you to have sex with a coworker in your office. Send me selfies.
That's a setup. I wouldn't take that bait.
Maybe this is not no trap shit. Y'all talk about that.
An
Unless
ideal
it's-
situation, not trap.
Unless she shows and displays that she's sexually liberated in a way that wouldn't complicate.
She's with the shit.
It's
Alright, yeah,
perfect
okay.
scenario.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Fondling with clothes on.
What does that mean?
Rubbing your
Ronnie.
vagina. I guess take your penis out through the fly, jerk you off in public.
Oh yeah.
Down for
Maybe lift
that.
up your skirt in
That
public.
has happened.
Yeah. The other day for me, so
Role playing.
I'm for it.
Yeah.
Is there a cutoff to role playing? What won't you do?
See, that's the thing. What role are we playing? Am I dealing with a white guy? He's like, you gonna be my slave tonight? Like, no, I'm not. It's hard. No, hard pass for me. Like, hard pass. Don't want to do it.
12 minutes of slave. Can't do it.
Can't do that. You know. I don't want
Django chain.
mommy son role play. That shit's weird. Now we need to talk about some psychological shit with you. Let's see some other weird ass roles.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to like be, not sensitive is not the word, but like dress like Finn. I don't want to have to do
I'm not putting no heels on nothing.
Yeah, I don't want to do nothing like that.
No
tutus,
no
nothing like
lipstick.
that. Just not for me. I can see why other people might be down. It's just not something I would want to do.
So role playing for me, I don't know, it's like a sandwich, like steak on the bread. Like you can put it on ciabatta bread, you can put it on white bread, rye bread, wheat bread. It's still steak. So no matter how you dress it up, it's still gonna taste the fucking same to me.
I get it.
You can put sauce on it. You can put cheese on it.
Nah, man, you put sauce on it, then you're changing it up.
Yeah,
You're changing the game. You adding a little spice to it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is role playing for me be like that. It's just no matter how you dress it up, it's not gonna add to my excitement.
Having sex where people are walking around.
Where people are walking around. I'm down for that.
Might get arrested.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. Is it strangers walking around? That's why I was
Park or
confused.
some shit, I don't know.
No,
People
I'm not
walking
going-
around.
I'm not going to jail for some shit like that.
That's
That's
the
just
excitement.
I'm not that excited.
I'm with the shit. Watching porn while having sex.
Oh, it's easy.
What the hell?
Body worship. I don't know if y'all know what that is.
I don't.
Like, you know how some people truly worship God? I'm getting on my hands and knees and I'm praying to God and all. Worship her body.
That thing called pride won't let me do it.
I'm for it.
I think I'm for it. I think. Experimental subject who's been kidnapped by a mad scientist. That's a specific rule.
Scenario.
No.
Yeah.
That's a real role.
See, that's the one where I don't know because I feel like I'm gonna be tied up.
You
Not
probably
about
will.
that.
Yeah.
You will.
So any role play where I would have to be tied up, I'm gonna pass
Well,
on.
bondage is on the list, so I guess
Yeah.
we'll cross that one out for you.
Yep.
Playing where you could get caught. So not necessarily having sex where people are walking by, but
Like in a car?
panting, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm down with
That's
that.
happened to me.
Double penetration.
No.
Either being a part of the
No.
penetrating or
We-
receiving the penetration.
Hold on, we had a whole conversation about that.
Mhm.
Niggas,
I said no
It
too
was-
quickly.
I said no immediately.
I'm saying
But
everybody.
there was a
Because
conversation.
I know women who have a fantasy. Of
Yeah,
being
no, that's
double
what I'm saying.
penetrated.
I might have said no.
But
too
I don't know
quickly.
any woman that has told me that.
Actually, no.
So the debate was, is it,
It'd be weird.
well,
Think
what would
about
we
it.
saying? Was it gay?
I have never had the experience of accidentally brushing my dick against another guy's dick, or my dick accidentally touching a guy's dick. So for me, it's just like
It's too close, man. It's too
I'm
close.
scared.
There's a North Pole and there's a South Pole.
I don't,
Stick to your coast, my G.
because you figure
And then we can just go
we're
like
gonna
this.
have to be like this,
We can rotate on the axis.
Pretty
and then
close,
the
yeah.
inside is so freaking thin. I'm gonna feel him.
You can feel your finger
Yeah,
when it's
yeah.
in the ass.
Honestly, let's be for real. It probably feel good, but I'm afraid. I don't want it to feel good. I don't want to know.
I don't want to be that close. I don't want my nuts. I don't want a nigga over
But
top of me.
If
while I'm
your
under.
lady, if your woman, your wife, your queen says, "Listen, baby, I love you. I don't even want
Yeah, I
you.
think we
but
should have been thinking about that part. Like,
I want to be
As we enter
double
this question.
penetrated. And here, I even build you up to it. First, I'm gonna let you DP me with a dildo. The ultimate needs is to build you up to let you DP two guys. You gonna deny your woman something she really, really wants like that?
Absolutely.
You open the door to her denying anything you want.
I was like, okay. That's just dynamic of our
That's
relationship.
so easy to say But I don't know how easy it is to do.
How you made it sound like it's
Because
easy.
honestly, now I want to negotiate. That's where my mind goes. We're different.
Yeah.
My mind is like, well, if this is something you really, really, really want, then that means it's something you're willing to give up to get it.
I think you should do it.
So what you willing to get? I'm not. What are you talking about?
I think if she wants to do it, do it.
You saying with somebody else? With
Yeah,
two other
she
people
should
not
do
sure.
it, but just do it with somebody else.
So
You would be fine
she
with
can
that?
still be your lady. She can still come back to
still
you.
be my friend.
No, come on.
No, I'm
She
downgrading
can
the
come back
relationship.
to you.
No, she could be my friend.
This is your wife. Ain't no downgrading that.
There's such thing as divorce.
We gotta get
But that would be
yeah,
divorce.
that defeats the purpose.
But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, you would still be my wife. But you're giving me the green light. Okay, you want to live out your fantasies? That's fine. You just
But
have to
that's
live
the
that out.
we
negotiation
both
that he's
want to live
talking
out our
about.
fantasies.
That's something that's against something I don't want to do. Like it's just like
All right, you don't want to do it. So then, as your lady, she says, "Well, Ray,
she's willing to compromise. Like, well, if you do this, I'll do
What
that.
if I'll let you fuck two chicks?
So
I don't know. Whatever you really want to do.
no, it's still not. I can do that regardless.
No. Well, she could get DP regardless. If she
Exactly.
walked two random guys on the street, she's like, you both want to fuck me? They're gonna probably say yeah.
DP can be. Why isn't DP considered North and South Pole?
Cause it's just not. I mean, I don't
That
know.
is DP. The dick in your mouth and the dick in your
I guess.
butt of your gut.
I mean, technically, yeah.
I don't know. No. All right, I'm just saying.
But that's not what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So the negotiation wouldn't really go well if somebody tried to negotiate with me because I don't really see myself allowing that to happen.
All right. Well, I will be here for the negotiation. Domination. Do we all understand what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Would you allow your woman to completely dominate you? A man
To an
to
extent.
completely dominate you?
You're not putting the electric.
I said completely. I didn't
all right,
say
go ahead.
no to no extent.
You're right,
Completely
you're right.
dominate. If she's dominating you, she's running the show.
She's
She's
running the
telling
show.
you what's happening.
Absolutely.
Now she hopefully knows you. Y'all got a safe word, and she's not about to nipple clamp you.
That's
If
what I'm
that's not
saying.
what you're
Shock
into.
ya.
You're not shocking me, but at the same time, I'm with it.
It's a little shock.
It's a little zit.
I might take a zap.
To your balls.
Whoa.
See, there are boundaries.
Yeah, I'm a ball. Obviously, I say attend to my balls, squeeze the balls. But now we're talking electricity.
Scary.
Yeah, it's too scary.
That's very
It's
scary.
too scary. It's taking it somewhere I haven't even thought about going before. It's too scary. It's too scary. Y'all know what pegging is?
Yeah, we talked about pegging it.
I don't remember. Please don't.
So pegging is when a woman will strap a dildo to her
Oh, yeah.
pelvis and fuck a guy in his butt.
So are you willing to negotiate those terms?
For me to get pegged? No, I'm not willing to get fucked in my ass. Now, if my woman said, I really want to peg a guy, I'm willing to negotiate her pegging somebody else.
It's not. It's a no-brainer for me.
I don't
It's not gonna happen.
have any desire to peg a man.
You say that, but I know a woman who has done it, and I've studied this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard a lot of women say that they feel powerful when they do it. That
I
they
feel
are
you, but I'm
into it,
like-
and blah 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 blah.
They had to have some
Listen.
sort of desire to do it. Like I have no desire to do it.
So I also, even when doing this, I read it. The one who said it, she was saying it's her husband's fantasy. It was never her. Never
Her
something she
husband
wanted to
wanted
do.
to get pegged.
Her husband wanted it. Yeah, I'm saying it right. Her husband wanted it, and so she wound up doing it because her husband wanted it, and
Do
then
you-
based off that, she wound up getting.
Do you
children,
consider
started
that
writing, blah, blah, blah.
homo? Do you consider that?
I don't know.
I
I don't think so. Cause
So
you're
I
not having
would-
sex with a guy.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider that gay though.
I wouldn't consider it gay.
It's just not for
It's
me.
not. I can't imagine having the dildo. My butthole's not like this. I just can't imagine.
I don't know if I don't know.
Not for me.
I don't know. If a guy asked me to do that, I don't
You don't know
know.
how you would take it.
That would be probably. It might be one of those. No, not even that. I don't know how I would take it. If we're like in a relationship, I'm like I don't know if I'm gonna be like, you're gay, we're done. But I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot of I don't know, but I really don't know.
All right, I want to throw not even a scenario, just a thought in your mind. What he's telling you, he really wants this. Maybe if you don't give it to him, he takes it to an extreme and winds up letting a guy fucking in his ass.
Why would he just find another woman to do it?
That too.
You have made him feel like maybe you're
women
not the
are not
first
gonna,
woman
to tell
who
him
said no to him.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's feeling like a woman won't do it, or
So
she
he winds
won't
up
go
with a
down
trans, or just with a guy. I don't know. Probably with that's just like he goes with a trans.
I still say I'll look at it like this: if you're willing to go through those lengths, then you probably are all.
You really want it.
Yeah.
I don't think he's. I don't know. I just want her to think of different reasons why she might or might not.
Yeah.
If you're a guy and you allow a guy to do something
It's
to
different. That's
you,
different.
I think that's pretty.
But I'm not saying. I'm saying in this situation, I've said before, I don't think gay is always not a choice or always a choice. In this situation, he's making a choice because he really wants this sexual gratification that he hasn't been able to find, hasn't been able to get from a woman. He still wants to be with a woman.
It's like saying suck a dick or die.
I might say, I'm probably
Where that dick at?
I'm just saying. It'll be unfortunate, but I will probably.
It's like the dude on the fireplace.
I will likely be doing it.
Would you suck dick for water?
No.
Oh my God,
you
this
can't
shit
survive.
cracked me up. He said, I just went and I brushed my teeth and
Why did you go home, take a shower, gargle? I don't
So,
think anybody cares.
I heard it
that
was a
shit was
comedian.
hilarious to me.
If nothing else, maybe I don't understand the brushing teeth or gargling, but maybe I could understand, but I don't understand the shower.
So I heard a Greek.
I don't know,
It was
maybe
you're supposed to be
he thought
giving
it was
mouth.
gonna
Are you going to
be-
give butt
like, maybe he
too?
thought it
Like,
was
what else is
going to
happening?
lead to some other thing.
So I heard a
He just
Greek
wanted to be
joke.
prepared to do whatever it took to get that water through customs.
Yes.
They said that they could sure use somebody like him in Flint, Michigan.
Oh, shit. Everybody needs an Andy on their team.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
And the people of
He
Flint
was-
knew that's
he was
all it
down for
took
that
to get some
festival,
fresh, some clean water. But yeah,
Andy King, that's crazy.
I might need you to suck some.
Can you
What?
imagine? Yeah.
Like, just hearing somebody
How
tell
do
me
you ask
that.
somebody?
The fuck?
Alright. I wouldn't even ask a gay guy that.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't ask a woman to do that.
Gay guy, woman, not guy. I'm
It's
not
just
asking
like
anybody.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Listen, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and
I had this situation, and there's only one way I know out of it.
My first question
Would your
would
mind
be,
sucking some dick?
why can't you do the dick sucking? Like, why do I have to do this? What?
that's a little beneath me.
My
My job description doesn't entail for me to do what it takes. Yours does. So I'm paying you. You're not paying me.
Well, yeah, I'm paying you.
Yeah.
That's
Oh God.
You said you do what it takes when I interviewed you. This is what it takes, bro.
He said the guy
Other
couldn't have been
responsibilities
nicer.
at
He
the
couldn't
time.
have been a nicer guy when I got there. He was prepared to suck dick. He was really prepared.
Even if I'm gay, let's switch it.
Nigga, you just, I
Right.
don't want to eat random pussy.
See, I was just about to say, I need
No.
you to eat this pussy
No.
to get $2 million worth of water on this island. But not to save lives, for this fucking event.
For an event.
Oh, guy.
That was
You know what?
already failing.
I think-
Like, we knew it was trash at that point. I'm not.
And the way
I think
my
I can do
brain
this,
works,
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna think if you're telling me eating this pussy is gonna get me $2 million worth of anything, I'm thinking it's the worst pussy I could possibly eat and
This is
see.
some suspect pussy.
And, like,
Why
this got to
wouldn't
be.
you- Then I'm feeling you.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you eat?
Why
the
wouldn't
pussy?
you eat
Right.
pussy? Like, what's wrong with this pussy?
What if it's a woman? The woman's telling you, so she's like, I don't eat pussy. You're a guy. I'm still like, I don't think I would eat that pussy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is strange. This is a strange thing to ask somebody.
It really
There has
is.
to be some
For something
stipulations.
such a minute thing, because at that point in the festival, it was failing. They knew it was going to fail. They knew it wasn't going to be successful. What? Why would I? No, like it's already failing. I'm not going to do just so they can be happy with bottles of fucking water. You're stupid. You're
To go with
a
your
fucking
cheese
idiot.
sandwich.
To go with your cheese and mustard.
All right.
And we already don't care about the fire people.
What about sex in a window? Open window, the world can see.
I've done it.
So, sex on the balcony after that one.
On the balcony, I never did balcony before.
I don't think I've done it about
We're
me.
done balcony.
I I'm literally trying to fucking recall. I just don't recall. That's a better answer.
Picked up and thrown.
What?
Somebody or been picked up.
Well,
For me,
being picked up.
I'm fun size.
Picked up, thrown in bed, thrown on the desk, thrown on the floor. I don't know.
And then ravished.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's normal shit.
Thrown on the floor, jumps on you. Oh.
Like animals.
I don't think any chick ride a dick like, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. I've been
Joy,
attacked.
somebody riding like
Actually,
that,
I was
like-
just
Never
my
been thrown
initial
around.
thought.
I've done some throwing in my day. I guess.
You're inside of a box where you can see out of, but it's a mirror box, so nobody else can see in. They just see a reflection.
I'll do that all day.
Yeah.
That'd be lit, actually.
Sex in the woods.
Yep.
Animals and insects and shit.
I'm scared to get bit by a tick
That's
and then
why I
I
made
get
sure I
Lyme
said the
disease.
insects.
That's all we had to.
I watched this house episode.
You know how it is back in the day. You ain't got nowhere to take a bro.
ass.
You going in the woods. It is
Crawling
what
my
it is.
lady business. I didn't.
And we taking it
No.
to the jungle. This is called traditional.
It's called aboriginal sex.
Aboriginal sex. There you go.
I mean, I do it, but I'm not going to be like, it ain't at the top of my list. Like, I just,
Gotta lay on the fucking
Shit.
fallen tree, back all scratched up.
Yeah, now I'm getting splinters in my butt. I don't feel
Call
like
it-
that.
Who wants a splinter in their butt?
Who wants
Nobody.
a splinter in their butt?
Nobody.
It's dirt everywhere. I'm getting
Dirt, I
a yeast
might not
infection for
mind.
sure. That's because you're a guy.
This
Girls,
is village dick. This is
Yeah.
some village sex.
Forced sex.
No. Sounds scary.
no.
What's that? Gun to the head.
How can? Well, I didn't go that.
Like
That's
I said,
not my
you're gonna die. Where that dick at?
Forced is a whole genre. It's a whole thing. Forced sex is definitely a thing.
Sounds like rape.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
no.
Some women, some people like
See,
the
each
whole
their
rape
own.
thing.
It's a thin line.
Yeah, it's definitely a.
You never had a girl ask you to pretend rape her? I don't know why I put the air quotes on pretend rape.
I
should
mean,
just put the
No,
quotes on rape.
not in a way that felt rapey.
No. What I'm saying is, a girl talked to you beforehand, like, listen,
Sneak in,
yes,
catch me while I ain't looking at my
force me down,
Oh,
forcefully take off my clothes.
I've done. That's what I'm saying. But that's rape.
That's
wasn't
force.
used. That
Well,
is
you
force.
said rape. I said forced.
Oh yeah, you did say.
I kept
force
PG-13.
I mean, if it's just like pushing your head, jamming your head down, showing yeah, like I'm.
Step on your fucking neck. No.
Yeah, and I don't know. Some niggas just beating a bitch up.
No.
Like, some people just take it
No,
too far.
Shay. Would you force it? Would you be down to force a guy?
No.
Guy says, I want to be raped by a woman.
Find her.
Wow. Okay.
It's rapey.
What if he just wants the tip? Or Ray, what if she says, I just want you to fuck me with the tip the whole way through?
I'm in there. I'm doing it.
I'm not doing
We
it.
call it tip drill.
I'm not doing it.
Tip, tip,
You
tip.
wouldn't try to do it?
Fuck no. I just the tip. I'm a dealt. Excuse me. I want to go as deep as possibly.
You had some tight.
Tip on her butt. Just a tip on her butt.
No, I want to go as deep as, I'm a deep guy. I
This
wanna go
ain't
deep.
this ain't a tip drill. Yeah, I call sex a game of guts.
You know what I'm saying?
I literally say, do you want to play a game of guts?
I like
I'm trying
that.
to get as deep in them guts as I can.
I like that.
Every time.
You're going to have guts to take everything I'm about to try to give you.
So no.
Do you have it? Guts.
You know,
No, you would do tip.
I would do
You
tip,
say you would do it.
You
but I
would.
like to play guts though. I'm guts. MC Guts
I'm
though.
pretty sure there's really not too many guys that aren't
Just like,
trying to get.
Yeah, me,
all this,
What you
all
talking
this
about?
dick left in the cold.
Yeah, everybody trying to play guts. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, this
Yeah,
is,
every
I don't
guy
know,
plays guts.
like a
Well,
Jamaican.
yeah, I'm sure, but
Dagger.
who wants to? That's because no guy wants a cold dick. No guy just wants
Right.
the head nice and warm.
Right,
and
then the rest is
cuddly and
cold.
warm, you know?
The rest of me is cold. It's like sleeping with the blanket on your top half.
Yeah, like what?
You're covering your face, but the rest of your body cool. It's like
Who wants to sleep with cold feet.
my feet are freezing.
My feet are
doing? Stop snatching the covers.
No. For me, it's not for me. I can't do it.
Yeah, it would be annoying, but I'm just saying I would do it though, because I'm just some.
So your lady says.
My lady wanted. I'm
I'm
doing
gonna
it.
say why?
But if she said,
Like, if she's
because
like,
this is what I want.
Because I just
I
had
want
the
to
baby and I don't want you to
experience
bust
this.
my stitches, but I just want to feel you.
Baby, you're not feeling me.
But the head is like, that's the thing that would.
Listen, I ain't really do logistics here. I was just trying to give a scenario.
I just know.
Tip of the mushroom. That's the part that's going to be bigger and it's going to go in there.
I'm with you.
Everybody's not built that way.
I'm with you.
Everybody's not built that way, right? But for the most part, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's a general rule of thumb.
So what would you?
Baby, I love you. I want to feel you.
Okay.
I don't know how long I'll be able
But
to do
if
tip.
she's
before
pregnant,
At some point,
all
I'm
in.
going to my
Before I'm balls
instincts,
deep.
my muscle memory is not going to have
Yeah,
that shit.
before you're balls
Like, there's
deep.
no way.
But I'm just saying,
No way.
I'm not gonna say no.
I don't have the
and you're saying you would say
self-control.
no.
I'm saying I'm gonna say no because it's just not gonna happen. I definitely can play the game and tease you with the tip or whatever. But at some point,
that's
I'm
what I'm
going
saying.
in.
I do see that being a thing. Where chicks just like being teased and you
Yeah,
know what I
that's
mean?
sure. I'll play the
It's
game.
like, yeah, but
not the whole way through.
we
I
want
can't do
a
it
game
the
of
whole way
guts real soon.
through.
Yeah, it feels like it's like the most disgusting thing in the
It's
fucking
disrespectful.
world.
It's frustrating.
It's really-
No, we get frustrated.
Yeah, I'm just like
frustrated at the idea of just teasing.
because that was the
himself.
thing. I'm like, just a tip. She's like, yeah, sure, you fucked with the tip. I'm reading.
Some people are really into being teased for long periods of time, and
too
Nah.
long. That's too long. All the way through.
not my
Is there?
favorite.
Can you go? all
I'm
the way
sure you
through?
can. I'm sure you can.
All right, anything, any other?
Well, Shay's not with the bondage. What if a guy wanted you to bound him?
I could do it. I just.
What if a woman wanted to bond you?
Go ahead. This happens. So.
I haven't, and I'm afraid.
Yeah, I don't. I would do it, but I also feel like I just want everybody's extremities free and able to do what they want.
I
Like,
mean, in my
That's not
scenario,
bondage.
I can
What
get
if we
out.
bonded then?
that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, all right, I'll do it, but ugh, it's about to
Like,
be
take
wet
you
and
to
shit.
the bed on your body, and then everything else is free.
No, I'm saying that's why I wouldn't like. I would just be like, all right, I'll do it because I know your extremities have to be bound for it to be
Next thing
bondage,
you know, you
but it's
tied up
not
and you just hear a camera
lit
like,
to me.
taking
Right.
pictures of you like,
It's
oh,
not lit.
It's gotta be a place of trust. I'm letting you tie me up.
Mhm.
Goddamn.
like, and she telling all her. Go ahead. Next.
That's all I got. What
That's
else?
it.
What would y'all not do?
Yeah, like what are your true hard stops? I honestly, I mean, in going through that list, it wasn't much that I was like, nah. It was
There were some things.
a few things, but it wasn't. Most of it was like, yeah, okay, I'll get down with that.
Yeah, I don't have that many.
I'm willing to try a bunch of shit.
Yes, you do, right?
I feel like I got through that list without much consequence. You didn't say cuckold.
No, that because I literally pulled this off of shit on the internet.
Oh.
That's not something that was on there. Would you be down with the cuckold? Is that a hard stop?
That's a hard stop for me. It would be tough for me to watch.
What if your guy wanted you to get fucked by other guys that he wanted to watch? Cuckolding. He
Like
wanted to call you a hot wife or hot girlfriend.
like multiple guys at once, or just like
Or
one
just
guy?
another guy. Just one guy.
Whatever.
Two,
I'm
three,
talking
whatever.
to. I'm saying, hopefully it would start with one. He gonna say from jump, I want you to get fucked by 3 guys that want to
I
watch.
wanted to be a bukkake fest out this bitch. That would be a hard
You might want
pass
to
for me.
graduate, bro.
Um,
Know that.
And this is a perfect scenario. Like he's not going to be like later, like
Yeah,
This is
my
ridiculous.
heart.
gotta be perfect.
Hopefully he like if he has is he going to pick the guy for me or can I like pick a guy?
You should be a part of all of that.
Okay, yeah, I'm down.
Did you answer already?
I didn't.
Uh,
I'm still thinking. For me, it's not a hard stop. For me, it's more of a. You gotta explain to me why this needs to happen. I need to understand. I'm not saying you can make me understand.
Mm.
I'll be willing to participate in the conversation.
are you willing to swing with your significant other?
See, I'm not.
Like that Slingers commercial.
I'm not. I'm not willing to fuck a chick next to a guy fucking my wife.
Yeah.
Fuck no. I'm shouldn't say it that
What
way.
if it's in
I
different
I'm
rooms?
not.
Still not be
No.
there. Couldn't be there.
I don't think I could be there. Yeah.
Do you think you can have an open relationship though?
I think I could if it started that way. I can't have a closed relationship and then
open
go.
it up. Yeah.
It has to have been in from jump. You think you could open one?
No.
I mean, you was looking like that. I'm like, oh, maybe.
It's just
I'm
it's just
Mario
weird.
Winans,
It's
like I said. I can
strange.
know it's open or acknowledge that it's open, but I still don't want to see, know, or anything about
Even
it.
if it wasn't that way from the beginning?
How open is it then?
It's not open communication, but it's
Yeah.
understood that if you get caught up and I went digging that you had the authority to do so. It was really just my fault for digging. So it's just like,
What if she
Right.
didn't want to fuck you this day because she got dug out?
it's her.
That's why you gotta have conversations. Well,
Nigga, I mean, that shit happens all the time, actually.
I know, but it, like if you're in a relationship and she like just had a super rough sesh and
That's what I'm saying. If there's a,
she needed a minute.
If there's a reminder, like, you know, those things do happen. But I'm just saying, if there's a reminder or something that's going to remind me of it, it become a little difficult to kind of understand. More so, you want it to be distanced enough to where it's though it's just like it doesn't really bother you that much. But it's understood that maybe she is. So maybe she is, maybe she isn't. Maybe you know what I'm saying? Just keep it clean. But I know it's hard when you're in close quarters with somebody. But I'm just saying.
I think it's weird. Like if I'm in an open relationship, it's going to be like all the way open. I don't want.
No, because it's
I
like.
don't, it's hard because you have to have boundaries, but how many? Like, what are we
Alright,
putting
but like
boundaries
this,
on? Like, I can't have sex with a nigga with a dick like way bigger than yours because you don't want to feel like, oh
No.
god.
Yeah, that can't be a thing.
No, what I'm saying is, all right. For example, you have a baby father, right? Of course, he probably knows you fuck other guys. I mean, duh, right? But he doesn't know the details behind it. He doesn't want to know anything about it. He doesn't really know much about your interactions. It's your business.
Mhm.
You keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
It's not really sharing that information with him. It's the
That's
same
a
thing.
different that's a different situation though. Like I'm not with that nigga. Like I could care. He could talk
yet-
to me about
and
his sexual escapades,
know.
and I would just be like, for real, nigga. Like
But
it
yet
wouldn't
y'all
bother
still
me.
keep that between y'all, that separation. Like it's not an open share situation. I don't think it is. It wouldn't be like, or is it like that with your baby? Do y'all openly share? That's how I would view an open relationship. I'm just saying, like it's not really a.
I
thing
know, but I
to
can't
just talk
grasp it in
openly
the
about
scenario of you talking about my daughter's father, who is an ex, who's been an ex for
Yeah,
a
it's
long
not.
time.
No,
That's a
we
different
gotta be
thing.
in a relationship. We gotta be
No.
active in our relationship.
I know, but the comparison I was saying was even though y'all situation is what it is.
Yeah.
Despite that, you still don't have that open dialogue with him. Just it's not saying it's out of respect for your relationship. It's just.
Why would I be talking to my ex about sex?
No, what I'm saying is you're not really disclosing that information. Period.
Yes,
It's just like.
but
is
why
this-
would I?
Then in the scenario of an open relationship and you're still in close quarters with this person,
You're
it's
saying,
understood
why
that
would
you're
you?
sleeping with other people. But what I'm saying is, why would you disclose that information?
Safety, healthy communication. I don't know. Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, I'm just saying the open
For
communication.
me, I
Yeah,
think
I
I
don't think
would.
that part would bother me at all.
For me, I don't think I want to know who the guy is. I don't think I want to know. I think I want to know something though. I don't want to just. I don't want to fuck you after some guy just fucked you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to know. I
That
don't necessarily
communication
need- I
wouldn't
don't
make
need to
me
know his
uncomfortable, I don't
name
think.
or his dick size or nothing like that. I just need to know that you were safe or whatever.
Do women care more about dick size than men?
I don't know. I honestly. I mean, it's always nice to have a big dick, but if a guy has a big dick and he doesn't know how to use it, then it's a waste of a big dick. So, I don't know if it necessarily matters as much as people think it do to women, to me specifically. But I can't speak for other women. Yeah.
I think a lot of women don't know what a big dick is. That's my experience. I think, no, I should say it differently. I think men and women have a very different perspective on what a big dick is.
Like Lexington Steel. Because that's no pause. Niggas
I
like,
think,
yo, god damn.
Right. And I think because, and maybe this has a lot to do with, maybe because we watch so much porn, we think that's what is walking around in these streets. Meanwhile, that's not what these women are truly experiencing
on a
or
regular
seeing in real life.
Yeah.
So their perspective of what a big dick is sure, to everybody that's a big dick. But in reality,
in dealing with life.
you know what I mean? Maybe that's just not even something she, probably not something she came across. I don't know. But, I don't know. I am a self-conscious guy when it comes to my dick. And I've had women say all types of things. And I'm just, oftentimes I find myself not agreeing, if I'm being honest.
I was self-conscious until I was in that porn phase. Looking at niggas like, these niggas was huge. I'm like, shit. If niggas like that walking around, I ain't telling you. I'm sorry.
And so when a woman is saying to you...
But among my peers, and
like,
then I'm seeing other niggas in the room, I'm like,
not
oh,
what I
alright,
know.
well, I'm chilling.
Well, that's the truth, too.
So,
I'm trying not to say too much.
no, but that's kind of how it kind of
So one time this
reduced
girl
my-
said my dick was enormous. She didn't say it to me, though. She said it to her friend. And her friend was dating my homie, and he showed me the text. Because she screenshot texting him, oh, they fucking now. This is what she said. This is what she told me about it. So that was a part of it. Now, if I speak my truth, my dick's not enormous. I don't know what the fuck she was talking about. But that's what I'm saying. It's a different, right, it's a different type of thing. It's like just
or what
perspective
her threshold is.
Exactly. What she just had, leading up to that.
What I do know or understand is that, the women that we, again, watch on these pornos, and we think women can just take dick. And then when you're dealing with chicks, and you realize, yo, if I'm doing damage, what the fuck would this nigga do to her? Then I'm like, maybe it's not like I think it is. So, yeah, it's like, to me, I look at it like this. Certain shit just fun to look at. Like,
and that's what I think it is.
It's like a new toy. Like, a chick with a fat ass doesn't mean yield good pussy. Like, a chick with a nice body doesn't necessarily yield good pussy. Sometimes it's a chick with the worst body that be having the best games. So it's just like, but for viewing pleasure, for that, optical stimulation, maybe, I guess that's what,
It's definitely about getting the best pictures in these movies, why they want to have so much dick hanging out the vagina. You know what I'm saying? But I was just thinking, when you see the porn stars now, the porn game has kind of changed, right? Because now with social media and a lot of these porn actresses or whatever you want to call them, just do their own independent thing. And so Cherokee, for an example, I don't recall when I saw this. It had to be within the last, I guess, several months. I don't know. I'm not a big Cherokee guy. But Cherokee now doing her own little independent thing. She fucking do with little dicks. Or what in my mind, I'm like, that's a little dick. You know what I mean? And it's definitely damn sure ain't Wesley Pipes or none of these cats. So now I'm saying the porn stars fucking regular guys, or regular dick-sized guys. Now it really makes me feel like this is all a lie. Porn had made us all think we needed to be 12 inches, 11 inches.
Another side of that is I never really saw a grown man with a little dick until I actually saw it.
Little dicks.
And when I saw it, I was like, yo, like, this is a real thing. Like, when a chick telling me a nigga got a little dick, I'm thinking, like, whatever. Like, maybe it wasn't porno size. You know what I mean? But when I actually saw a baby dick in my life or a little dick in my life, that shit was like, oh my God. Like, I don't know what I would do. Like, that shit was...
I've had that thought before.
Shock therapy.
Could you imagine, what if my dick was this big? I might kill myself.
Have you ever saw a pinky dick?
No.
That shit is scary.
I might kill myself.
No. I wouldn't, is
Like,
where
what if he
size
says-
matters. Like, how you have
That's what I was about to say.
good.
Have you ever had a hard stop like that? Like, bruh, I'm sorry, but that's just not enough.
What if
I
he
had
says,
that.
"Listen, I'm sorry, but
Can't work with that, man.
that's what I got for you. Well, my tongue is amazing."
I just feel like
Is
it
it
would be
no
a
go?
waste of my time. Like, what are we doing here?
And one thing about like,
Oh goodness
know.
gracious! I'll cry every day.
Yeah, like if I would watch niggas pull me up and I had to pull that out, I would be gun shy. And
Oh,
I'm infamous for
yeah.
not.
Oh,
I'm the
yeah.
least gun shy person I know.
Yeah, I feel
But
like
definitely in that
that's
scenario, I'm like, I have to go to the
Yeah,
bathroom.
I
Let
can't
me
do
get the
it.
fuck out of here.
I can't do it.
No, I can't live like that.
Yeah, no.
But I didn't know they existed.
I
But
knew because I've seen porn.
honestly, isn't as important as girth. Like, the width of a man's penis matters greatly. For me, I think it matters more than length. Like, if you came to me with a pencil penis, I don't
Stab
really
you and
think
shit.
that.
Dagger.
Yeah, like I feel like you might puncture something. Like, you long but you a pencil, fam. I'm gonna have internal bleeding because of this. No, I'll get internal bleeding if it's big and long. Yeah, sure, I'm down for that, but not for a pencil. No, sir. I will pass. It's gonna break. Like, I feel like it'll break. Like, if I'm riding you and it's a pencil, I feel like it's too fragile to take what's happening right now. It's gonna break, and now we gotta take you to the goddamn. Like, I don't know. I just don't want to ever experience it, to be frank. I don't want to do that.
I'm with you.
No.
You don't
That
want to
makes
experience a penis?
No,
Pencil.
her story made sense.
You sure?
I'm positive. I was talking about her story makes sense. I'm with you.
Yeah, no. Nope. Exactly. Like, I feel like you're gonna do something bad with that, or I'm gonna
Bad with
bend
that.
it. Yeah, you're gonna do something bad there. I'm gonna bend
Excuse
it.
me, sir. No. To Kimbe Matumbo.
Mm-mm. No. I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. But yeah, like I said, I be feeling like I'm sexually free, but like we bring up a lot of shit like that. I don't know. That list I felt kind of strong. I did strong on, but it's still a lot of shit that I just wouldn't do. And I
What
know
if
I
your girl
wouldn't
say,
do.
"I just want to stick my finger in your ass"?
No.
I'll suck your dick while I'm doing it.
No. I'll take a tongue.
You're not playing risky enough.
Huh?
You're not. Whatever you just said? I can't agree with. You're not as liberal.
Bro, I said the.
Fuck this list.
How you gonna say fuck that list?
We off the list
It
now.
wasn't on that
Now we're
list.
just throwing shit against the wall and see what sticks.
None of
You know,
that shit sticks.
It's a finger, dude. This is a man finger.
Whatever works for you.
Shay, can you hold up your finger?
Absolutely
Oh, your
fucking not.
finger's rather thick.
It's too much. Too much. Y'all killing me.
She's saying, I just want
Too
to
much. Too much.
chop you off.
Too much. Too much. Too much finger.
You won't even feel a pinky.
Speak for yourself. I'll just. I can't fathom it.
I couldn't do a pinky. I feel like it would hurt my pinky.
I'm not judging you.
I'm not judging
I was
you.
gonna say, what's your stance on it?
I don't know. I've never had it happen, and I've never had it requested. And frankly, I know it will never be requested. So
I'm cool with
living
that.
fair.
I'm cool with that too.
That's what
I'm
I'm
pretty
worried
certain
about.
that shit won't come up for me. So.
Hypothetically, I don't know. Until a few years ago, I was never an anal guy at all. To a woman, to me, I remember one time in college, this girl said, "This is before eating ass was cool." Girls like, "Eat my ass unless you fuck me in my ass." No, thank you.
Yeah, eating ass was definitely not me in a long time.
No, thank you.
Matter of fact,
Actually, it was in your dorm room on your bed. I fucked her, but I didn't fuck her in the ass. You probably did. Don't try to look back and think about it.
I'm just trying to recall.
This is obviously years and years ago.
Yeah, I know. I just don't.
Fuck many chicks in your bed, but
Me too.
yeah, I mean, it wasn't cool back then. And so it took me into adulthood for me to even entertain. I never even had to decide. Remember the drunk situation? That's the first time. The reason why I said that It's because previously she had offered her ass to me. I didn't just come out of left field with that shit. If I'm really going to tell the story, when she approached me, and that was one of her selling points. She said, "My name is such and such. I suck dick and take it in the ass."
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know exactly who I'm talking about. He knows it. This is a real story. This is a real
exactly
thing.
what you're talking about.
I said, "Oh."
So
Even in that moment, I didn't try to fuck her in the ass. And then one random night, I'm drunk like shit.
I've been doing that shit since I was about 18. But it was a rite of passage. Like, in order to be my bitch, you gotta let me do this. And I didn't start eating ass until probably
That's so harsh.
my
Right.
late 20s. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, me too.
My late 20s. Because, yeah. But remember in high school we had that whole saying, you gotta eat the ass, man. There's
We
only
did,
two
but
inches
who was
away.
nobody? We was just talking shit.
But yeah, I was definitely not eating
I
ass.
was not eating no ass.
But then thinking back on it, just like the niggas who was though,
I'm sure.
their retention rate was high. Bitches wasn't going nowhere. Cause the young niggas, I wasn't even eating pussy in high school, let alone some ass.
I was eating pussy in high school.
I ain't started eating pussy till 12th grade, the end of 12th grade.
Definitely was eating yams. Definitely was not playing around with no ass.
Yeah, so we made some good strides, but you know, maybe
All right, so you won't take the pinky.
ask me 10 years from now.
If
That's the reality, though. No, that's the reality. Like, you grow, you more like,
Nah, fuck it.
kind of thing.
When you've been married 30 years, you might have
some
to try
off
all
the
types
wall
of shit.
shit. I don't think I have. I don't know. I'm so desensitized. I don't know what's off the wall anymore.
I don't either.
Like I told you, some off the wall shit to me was seeing a nigga eat some recreational ass. That shit still baffled me.
If your lady said, "I want you to eat some recreational ass," I think that would be a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Now I don't trust you. This
Yeah, like, you don't have my best interest at heart.
Like you want me to stick my tongue in some some foreign territory? Do you drink the water in Egypt? Bitch, hell no.
Hell no. They say get bottled water.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Yo, well, with all this shit we named, hold on, let's just change the subject. So, I wanted to talk about the I wanted to get y'all take on the Steve Harvey and Monique thing, because there seems to be a disconnect with
Is this something
integrity.
that's big in pop culture right now?
There's a disconnect between integrity and money. So basically,
Oh, I
have
did
no
hear that
idea
too.
what's going on.
All right, so I did hear that.
that's
part.
that's all I really want to talk about. So to what level are you willing to compromise your? No. To what level are you to uphold your standards when it comes to your career? Your integrity when it comes to your career?
Basically, and this is going to be a hard paraphrase, not at all what was said. But the conversation between Steve Harvey and Monique gets to a point where Steve Harvey's basically saying you shouldn't have did the things you did or said the things you said because you're fucking up your money. And sometimes you basically got to compromise your integrity to make this money. It's a money game. That's a direct quote. And so that's where this question is coming from.
Okay.
Are you willing to sacrifice your principles, your integrity to make money? Or to, really what Steve Harvey was saying is, you want to keep entertaining these white folks, you got to roll with the punches.
That's the game you win, basically.
But then later he came out and said he shouldn't use the word integrity. But let's deal with what was said.
Mm-hmm. I have to think about like my career and just working, and have I ever been in a situation where I had to compromise my integrity? But also I have to say that money doesn't move me. Like, it's never moved me. Like, I know I need it to attain certain things, but I'm not on this like paper chase that'll have me in an uncomfortable situation. Like, it just doesn't move me. So I don't know how much I'm willing to compromise to get it, because it's not enough of a fire under my behind. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think there's much I'm willing to do. I don't know if there's much I'm willing to be like, you know what? I'll give up this thing because I need a raise. I'm looking for this promotion. I can't say that that list is short for me.
Yeah, I think, and this is kind of the point that I kind of understood, because I felt where Monique was coming from in terms of her integrity. Your integrity is important to show.
We had this
important to you.
conversation long ago. But
The manner-
humbling yourself was the term we used.
The manner in which you carry it forward. Meaning, okay, you could ask me to do something that I don't want to do. But my response to that could still be in a way that you would still want to work with me in the future. So it doesn't really get in the way of the future. It's just that the terms of this contract doesn't work out in my favor. Let's renegotiate or not negotiate and move forward respectfully. But if you ask me to compromise my integrity and I turn around and take offense and attack you and still expect for you to come back and give me opportunities after that, so it might be me not giving you my full response. I might be enraged by the notion that you suggest that I do something that compromises my integrity. But you can still secure future endeavors by handling things gracefully. And I think that's where the disconnect between her and Steve is not really your integrity. Everybody agrees you should have your principles. But the way you carry them forward will depict or determine your future if you claim that you care about your future in this aspect.
I'm more of a mindset like Shay. I'm trying to think about if I was Steve Harvey and say, hypothetically, my annual income is, my yearly income is $20 million. So now I've created a lifestyle around making $20 million a year. And so maybe I got a second job to maintain that income so I can maintain my lifestyle. That's where I can understand where you're coming from, I guess. But generally speaking, no. Can I survive without you? If the answer is yes, then namaste, but fuck you. Fuck you so hard, I don't care. Like, fuck you. Because I am not willing to compromise on certain things for money.
Right.
Not for paper money. Talk to me. Talk property to me. You might get me. Talk, some long-term wealth shit. You might get me.
So
I might do a little huck and buck, but not for no paper money.
That all equates to the same thing.
Not for me. Paper money is
No, what I'm
bullshit.
saying, it all boils down to, are you willing to compromise for anything?
Yes, I absolutely am willing to compromise some of my principles for some things.
Or do certain principles take precedence over others?
Absolutely.
Like, all right, if it's family first, and you got a shucking job to feed your family, the principle isn't you not wanting to shuck a job. The principle is your family first, right?
Right.
So in those aspects, we are forced to sometimes take steps back or go against our general.
You want a little soft shoe box?
Because your kids ate at the end of the day.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I mean,
No. Like I get what Monique was saying. It was very noble, but again, it's not really what you do; it's how you do it. And if you want to stand on principle, stand on that. Like we do see people that do stand on. Colin Kaepernick. That was a great example of that. He lost his career because of it, but at the same time, he didn't stop kneeling when they told him to. He made a sacrifice. He took that gamble.
So let's explore that. Because Colin Kaepernick stood on his principles, but he had a solid foundation of financial security.
Mm-hmm.
He still had the Nike deal, still probably had other shit going on, still got his money.
You're saying he probably did it from a position of comfort.
I don't want to go as far as to say comfort, but I'll go as far as to say security. I don't know Monique's financial situation. I don't know Steve Harvey's financial situation. I think it's always going to be easier to stand on your principles when you are safe and secure. When you are in a position of need.
Those principles.
Or even a position of power, a position of, I don't know, alpha, dominance, whatever you want to call it. When you're secure, then I absolutely do not think you should be. I don't understand why you would.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I get you on that. I felt like they both had points.
Sure, I don't like Steve Harvey's delivery at all, though.
Yeah. I wouldn't suggest nobody compromise. I wouldn't tell you to do it.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I don't think that's my place to tell you
it's
to
not.
do that.
That's your principles.
Listen, especially I'm not going to go as far as to say you should be compromising your principles to get this money.
No, well, I think...
I can't tell you
I will say what he was saying was, he's not saying, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying the way you went about it was wrong.
Right. I got to think about that. He's saying...
He's not saying that I'm not saying that you're wrong. Your cause is, I support your cause. But if you go out there and you say some wild shit, it's like, yo, I'm with you. But that shit you did, maybe you could have went about it a different way.
We're just in a space, I think, where either you completely agree with me or you don't agree with me at all. Like rappers are either icons or they're trash. You know what I'm saying? We lost the gray area in things, and I'd said it before, the gray area is fun. It's where life happens. Like, everything happens in the gray area. These outskirts are black and white, and that's what it is. But it's just more comfortable to have this concrete yes or this concrete no than explore the possibilities of things. This discussion spoke more to gray areas than a solid yes or a solid no in this regard, but most people can't have those types of conversations. If I'm telling you one thing and you're giving me your different viewpoint, but saying, I understand where you're coming from and I can see parts of it that are right, if you're not telling me all of it is right, then I don't give a fuck about what you're saying. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of the way people navigate many conversations and many situations in life, and it doesn't really lead to anything productive because now you're not really, you weren't in a receiving space. Like, why did we even fucking talk at all, really, when you think about it?
Right.
So conversations like this can be tough.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to listen to the other party and try to understand the other party. I think, like you guys said, based on what you said anyway, they both had valid points, and you kind of make a soup out of what you want out of it. Like,
yeah.
Eat the meat, throw away the bone, and that's it.
I agree.
I just, it's hard for me to say. Like, I like the motherfucker that stand on principle and don't look for people to be accepting of it.
You respect that person.
Mm-hmm.
You respect that person when it's just like, nah, fuck you, and I'm gonna keep that same energy. When it's like, yo, they won't hire me. After you told them to kiss your ass, I can't get behind that part. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you told them to kiss your ass and you just took your ball away home.
I understand. I told you to kiss my ass, I shouldn't be coming back to you with my hand out.
No.
Right.
Or saying, yo, they don't fuck with me anymore.
If anything else, I need to make you want to come to me.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, no, you stood on principle, now come back and kiss the ring, motherfucker.
No. But I definitely don't agree with this whole money game. We shouldn't be so consumed with
money or letting that, throw us so far off of our path and doing, because people do anything for money. That's just
There's only so much you can spend in a lifetime.
Say that again.
I mean,
real shit.
Definitely be comfortable, enjoy life, create all the experiences that you can take with you. But when it's all said and done, I don't want to feel like I have spent more time making money than actually living
life.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Enjoying the money that I made.
And being in the moment.
You chase that shit right into the grave. You missed everything on your way there.
Facts. Agreed.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, y'all?
All hearts and minds are clear.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in to another episode of the Rants and Tangents podcast. Remember that the word oxymoron is in and of itself an oxymoron. Oxy meaning sharp and moron meaning dull. We hope we gave you that oxymoronic flow that you continue to look for in this podcast. Thank you for journeying down this rabbit hole with us. 2 fingers like a player. Peace.
Peace.